Hey everybody, my name is Chandler Fry. I'm from the Great Pacific Northwest, born and raised in Olympia, Washington. I've been playing for about 17 years now, and I'm a new addition to Team Discraft, and I just want to show you what's in my bag. I'm going to start with my putters and move up from there, but first off, I am using the Grip BX Series Discraft bag. It's perfect for me because I don't carry a lot of discs. I keep it pretty simple. And it carries about 15 to 18 discs, and I have plenty of space for my towels, my chalk bag, and possibly a jacket or something if it's rainy outside. So I love this bag, and I encourage you guys all to get one as well. I'll start with my putters. I'm currently putting with the Pro D Challenger OS. I love these because they have a bit of depth to them, which allows them to glide, and they're nice and overstable, and I'm a hyzer putter, so I can release the disc to the right of the pole and have it and guarantee that it'll finish left. And the Pro D plastic is nice and grippy and pretty stiff, so I can rely on it definitely in these Michigan summer days. Even my hands are a little sweaty, I still have a pretty good grip. And for my throwing putters, my first one is just a normal Pro D Challenger. It's really understable, so I can put some hyzer on it, have it flip up, control it. If I want it to go right, I can make it go right. If I want it to go left, I can make it go left. It's a great disc. I encourage you all to get it if you're looking to find a nice throwing putter. And then my overstable throwing putter, I got the Pro D Zone. If you don't have a zone in your bag, you're doing it wrong. This is one of the first Discraft discs I picked up this year, and it's been great. It's nice and overstable. I use them for touch forehand shots if I want a good flex. I use them for short hyzer angles. It's a fantastic disc, and once again, it's Pro D plastic. Feels really good in the hand, really grippy, and really stiff. I'm a fan. Moving on to the mid-ranges. I like to keep it simple, as I said, so I have three mid-ranges. I have an understable mid-range, a stable mid-range, and an overstable mid-range. And I'll start with the understable. I have an Old Run Z Meteor tie-dye disc. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's beautiful to watch fly as well. It's kind of like the Pro D Challenger, just a little faster. I can put it on a hyzer angle, it'll flip up, go right. I can control the angle pretty well. If I want to throw a slow hyzer, I can just throw it out there, it'll hold the line. It's fun to watch fly and it's fun to throw. I'm a big fan. The Discraft Z Meteor is a fantastic disc if you want an understable mid-range. I encourage you guys all to pick one up and give it a try. In my stable, this is definitely my favorite disc in the bag. My stable mid-range is the Chanimal ESP Buzz. I can put it just at a flat angle. It'll go for about 300, 350 feet. If I want to put a lot of power on it, I can probably get it to like 400. It'll hold the line. I can put some anhyzer on it. It'll flip up. And if I want to put a hyzer on it, it'll hold the hyzer line. So it'll hold any line you want it to hold. And also it has my name on it, which makes it really cool. So I'm all out of these. Next year I'll hopefully have some more. So pick yourself up a ESP Chanimal Buzz. Then my overstable mid-range is the Big Z Drone. This thing is an absolute meat hook. If you want a disc that you know is going to finish right, if you're right-hand, backhand on a hyzer angle, this disc is great for also flex forehands or spike hyzer forehands. The plastic is really, really grippy, really stiff, feels really good, and I'm really liking it. So get yourself a Big Z Drone. Moving on to my favorite utility disc. I don't use this disc very much, but it's a Discraft Z Extreme Limited Edition. This has been out of production for probably the last 10 years, I'm guessing. But this is just a fun disc to throw. It's super overstable, and it's kind of hard to find a reason to use it on the course, but I have it in my bag in case I need to do like a big spike hyzer over a bush or a tomahawk or something like that. Once again, I don't throw this very much. I just kind of like having it in my bag just because it's a security blanket. So I wouldn't say go get one of these because you can't, but if you find one, hold on to it because they're great. Moving on to my fairway drivers. What do I got? The first one I got is the brand new Paul Macbeth Onyx, which is an absolutely fantastic disc. It's a far flying fairway driver. Fairly overstable. You can put some anhyzer on it. You can trust it to come back to the left. It flies ridiculously far. If you watch Paul Macbeth throw, you'll see what I'm talking about. I use this for longer, probably like 400 to 450 foot shots. And if the hole requires a dead straight shot, I'll pick this out of my bag, or the Vulture, but most likely this. So the Paul Macbeth Onyx. And then I have a brand new Big Z Predator, which is a fairly new addition to my bag. I was trying to play with the Raptors a little bit, but I found that this one fit my game a little bit better. Very overstable, very reliable. The Big Z plastic is nice and grippy. This is probably my main forehand disc because I can rely on it to finish out on a hyzer angle. And once again, just like the Z Extreme, it's kind of like a security blanket. If I'm not feeling too comfortable with the shot that I have to make, I'll pull this out and probably just play a safe shot with it. So Big Z Predator. It's over here. And now my favorite fairway disc, my 2018 Swirly Glow ESP Austin Turner Vulture. These aren't made anymore, and I'm having a really hard time finding them, so I'm holding on to this one, and I'm kind of dreading the day I lose it. But I've been throwing this thing everywhere, and I'm always looking for more. So if you have some, let me know. This is great. This is a fast fairway driver. I think it's a speed 10. And once again, just like the Onyx, it's nice and straight. I use it for a lot of turnover shots, and it's reliable. I've been throwing this for about 6 months now, and it hasn't let me down yet. So the ESP Vulture, Austin Turner, and I think Austin Turner has the Vulture this year in Tour Series, so get yourself one of those and support Austin Turner. And my last one is, this is the South Sound Classic from my hometown in Lacey, Washington. This is one of their fundraiser discs. It's my ESP Undertaker. I use this for massive, just like 400-foot anhysers. I use it for flex shots down tunnels, and I use it for rollers every once in a while. And the real reason I picked this disc out was because it was really pretty. It's not really that pretty anymore because it hit a lot of trees and I'm guessing bushes and baskets, but really pretty. I like it a lot. I like purple. This is a great disc if you're looking for a flat to anhyzer fairway in your bag. I encourage you guys to try one of these out, especially if you're a beginner player. This is a great disc that you can control the angles on and learn how to throw a disc properly. So get yourself an ESP Undertaker. Now on to the big discs. I'm not really a power player, so I don't have a lot of big distance players. I rely on accuracy and I rely on the greens to make my putts. But my favorite distance driver is the ESP Punisher. I've been bagging this ever since I started throwing Discraft this year, and they're fantastic. They're like really fast fairway drivers. They're really controllable, and also the ESP plastic is really beautiful. Discraft is making some absolutely fantastic plastic right now, and it's impossible to lose this because you can find it in any bushes you throw it in. This thing goes about like 450 to 500 feet on a good day, and I use it for straight shots to anhyzer shots, and every once in a while a casual hyzer shot. Really reliable, really controllable, and I love it. So grab yourself an ESP Punisher. And then on to my forces. I have a Old Run Gummy Z Force, which are kind of hard to find nowadays, but it's a little gummy, feels good in the hand. It allows me to, there's a little give when you press on it. This thing is a crusher. I can release this on an anhyzer angle and throw a big tower shot. I can throw a big hyzer shot. I just put this in my bag 2 weeks ago, but it's already a staple in there, and I've been loving it. The Discraft Force. Once again, just like the Zone, if you don't have a Force in your bag, get a Force in your bag. Just do it. It's a good disc. And then a lot of players have nukes in their bag for their overstable disc, for like their Spike Hyzer meat hook. I have a TI Nate Doss Force, which aren't in production anymore, but I found this thing to be super overstable and good in a pinch. If I need a forehand flex shot, like a big distance forehand flex shot or a big Spike Hyzer, I can rely on the angle on this thing to finish at a cut, possibly tombstone, and not get a lot of ground play. This is a great disc. TI plastic is a little slippery every once in a while in wet conditions, but if you get a good grip on it, it'll bomb. I encourage you guys all to try one of these out. I don't think they make them anymore, so good luck, but TI Force. And lastly, I have my Discraft Mini Star. It is 2013 Missoula, Montana Zootown tournament, which is where I shot my hottest round in my career, 1070. I'm hoping this year I can get a 1090 or something, but this has been in my bag for a little bit, even when I was sponsored by other companies. Probably shouldn't say that, but get yourself a Mini Star. And that's my in the bag. I encourage you guys to try out any one of these discs. They're all good. And until next year, see you out on the course.